ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Welcome, welcome, one and all. It is Wednesday. I had to check. I had to check what day of the week it is. I'm totally paying attention to the days of the week. Absolutely, it's definitely happening. Hey, Fraxis, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hello, good guts. Welcome. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. All right, all right. Well, it's been decent day. I want to say I showed off my. Was it today that I showed off my environment, or was it yesterday I showed off my environment? That's how little I pay attention to the things I do. I showed off my environment at some point to the people higher up, and they liked it. I don't remember if it was today or yesterday. There were like too many meetings today. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday actually. Now think about it. There were too many meetings today. They blended together. But I did finish cleaning up a model, thankfully. That I was doing. I am tempted to just ask work if I can be like, hey, can I just like a random prop that, you know, can I be like, can I just take some screenshots of this and like the after just to show you guys like what I do in terms of cleaning models and what I have to deal with, just so you guys know, because I feel like it'll be interesting to see. But until that happens, until I get permission, of course, I'm not going to show anything. But I finished cleaning up another model, so I was like, yay. I'm almost done with the modeling stuff. And then I was starting to figure out, like, I'm going to need to do a lot of decals. And I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing decals. And I'm thinking of doing, like, a sprite sheet kind of thing. because you can do you can have a sprite sheet, like we just have your like texture basically laid out in a grid, and then you can use like an animation, you know, type sprite sheet. But you should be able to use that to just select which one do you want to get and use that with a decal. So I'm thinking we're going to be doing that because a lot of the decals that I have are all just like random numbers. That's basically what I have. There's just a bunch of random numbers, like maybe a numbers dash something else, some number, right? They're mostly pretty much just that. They don't need a lot of resolution, so you get away with just probably having a lot of them together in a single sheet. And yeah, I'll do a test on that, and if it does well, I might make a video on that as well, because I feel like that'd be useful for people to know about, because I don't think a lot of people think about sprite sheets when they think like just regular decals and textures, but they're quite useful. Currently giving a plugin a go made by ChatGPT. Wait. What do you mean giving a plugin a go by ChatGPT? As in, you got a plugin on Fab and they say that ChatGPT made it? Or did you make the plugin yourself? Wait, I didn't realize it could legit send me a zip. Wait, hold on. Back up a second. What do you mean it sends you a zip file? You need a render target texture 2D to be converted to texture 2D at runtime in production. Oh, since when can ChatGPT give you zip files? Since when can ChatGPT give you any kind of file? Wait, what? Hey, Stormrun, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hold on. Wait. We're backing up for a moment. Do you have the pro version of ChatGPT or do you have the free version of ChatGPT? Let's start with that. Because you have my attention. The 4.0 model, but isn't that the free one? Pro. I mean, I don't even... Is there a way for me to test? Can you give me a zip file with a blank text file? Can you give me a zip? Yeah. Good. So I learned something about ChatGPT just now. You can just have it give you files now? Like that's a link. It says download file. And inside of it I can click view analyze and it gives me the code. Whatever that is. Here's a blank text file. The file is blank. It gave me exactly what I wanted. It's not about it being useful to me. It's about learning that there's now a way of doing this. So it doesn't matter whether or not it's useful. It's like having a new tool. Is the tool useful? Maybe not right now, but now you know about the tool, and so you can use the tool in other ways down the line when you think of a way of using it. It's a matter of knowing. As long as you know about it. It's like a lot of people say, like, it's so hard to keep up with like Unreal Engine and like all the stuff they constantly pushing out. And I tell people, no, it's actually quite simple. A lot of people don't understand. Like, what do you mean it's simple to keep up with Unreal? That's so much stuff. It's like, well, you don't keep up with everything. You just need to know what has come out. Like, I know that the Megalites came out. I know that the 2D like animation stuff. I forget the name of it. The animation stuff came out for like 2D designs and stuff. Name escapes me. And I don't need to know it. I don't need to know how it works. I don't need to do anything. I need to know about it. And when I need it, I can look up everything I need about it. And then I don't need to learn all the stuff that came before it, all the changes that have been made along the way. I need to know the latest version, right? Imagine learning PCG at the current level, at the current moment, and not having to learn the 5.2 PCG, the 5.3 PCG. Those are outdated. If you go watch a 5.2 or 5.3 video, you might as well just scrap it. The way you do things is entirely different now, right? So it's the same thing. The time you now need to invest into learning PCG is so much less because you just need to learn the current moment. At the current moment, how does it work? And if you do it that way, then yeah, it's quite simple to keep up with things. So that's why, yeah, this is like, it's a nice thing to know. Yeah. Here's what ChatGPT couldn't make if it could use the UE5. I mean, look, I've seen the 3D models like different AIs have made. They've all been crap. There's people have made videos and be like, look at this AI making this 3D model. You can bring it into like your 3D program, and then any actual 3D artist will look at those models and just tell you no. You can bring them in, sure, but you're never going to use them in an actual production setting, like in an actual game or like any real-time application, because they're just not optimized. You would still need to go through an artist to properly clean it up. You could use it as a reference, but that's it. It ends at a reference. Then you use it as a reference, then you do the remodel, the retexture, the everything else, right? So, yeah, it'd be the same thing if ChatGPT came to Unreal Engine. You have a friend that sends XLS files to ChatGPT stuff and then downloads it back? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, like I know you could upload things to like ChatGPT and have it analyze things. I didn't know you can download the things back. That's really cool. Any of the terrain changes they keep promising in the roadmap? What terrain changes, out of curiosity? I'm not like super like in the future roadmap right now. I've been learning 5.5 PCG on old tutorials, and they do not work. Yeah, a lot of basically 5.5 PCG, you need to be looking at tutorials of 5.4 and up. Too many things are different in 5.3 to 5.4, especially with the loops introduction. He was told by Errant World's owner to set the material for a brush by taking a render target and baking it into texture 2D. With the blueprint and you can only do it in the editor. You want to get away from the height map method of terrain. You want to have a mesh so you can have canvas and such. I thought you could already can't you just use the dynamic texture already without baking it down? But I guess it's probably more expensive. Ask ChatGPT for documentation for UE 5.5's PCG graphs and said good luck. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I could have sworn that. Where's my little testing thing? Yeah, because if I did a material and I did a Render target. Yeah, I can already use the render target directly. So like I don't need to convert it to a texture sample. So I can just plug it in. I don't need anything. Like this is a live thing, and it'll update in here. So I imagine it's probably more expensive this way because it's live always. But then I get no, it's not live always. It's only live when you tell it to update, I guess. So yeah. So really, you could just do this, right? They want it to be more like that with dynamic meshes, but easier to use and more performant. Yeah. Anyway, so the plans for today. Can you really not have wind on trees with nanite enabled? What do you mean? Of course you can. You can have world position offset with nanite. Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean? Yeah. Unless I checked. Unless I'm misremembering. Easy test. You haven't pushed the what do you mean you haven't pushed the nanite button yet? Then why are you already saying that you can't do it when you haven't even tried it? Starbread, how many times do I have to say? Stop listening to ChatGPT. Yeah, if ChatGPT ever says something and you say no, you're wrong, it will say you're right and give a correction, no matter what it said before. Actually, let's put that to the test. Look. It doesn't ever say that no, I am right. It just admits that it's wrong no matter what, even on a basic of 2 + 2. You can't trust ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very much a try test, but you need to verify always. So always verify. Anyway, the plans for today are we gotta continue with the curse stuff and the XP and all that stuff. We were working with XP and setting it up to actually collect our units of blood based off the XP. Add units of blood, update units of blood. Modify health, no. It's up. Here's modify XP. You have to say, tell me when I'm wrong. Wonder what DeepSeek says about that? You gonna give it a try? DeepSeek refuses it and doubles up on 2 + 2 is definitely equals 4. I mean, hey, that is good. That is better than saying, no, you're right. Right? I'd rather say, no, you're wrong when it's objectively wrong, right? If you say 2 + 2 = 5, you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, okay. You should be like, no, 2 + 2 is 4. Right? You should absolutely do that. You know, you're wrong. It's 5. Actually, in standard arithmetic, 2 + 2 = 4. If you're referring to a specific context or system where 2 + 2 = 5, feel free to share. Yeah. I like that response. Yeah. I understood. Don't worry. I don't think ChatGPT has ever told you the wrong answers before. If you're wrong, it will fight me. ChatGPT says wrong answers all the time. It's very normal. Okay, so we need to just modify XP. I now have add units of blood. And then I need to update units of blood. Okay. And then we need to display the current units of blood. Maybe using a smarter brain. I don't think that's how that works. I don't. Yeah. I don't quite think that's how it works. Let's go to our hub level. So right now here we don't see the currency because there's no dungeon here. But in this level, assuming it loads. Oh, we don't see our currency here either. So I think on this one we should also see our currency. Should I see my meta progression items here? Probably. Okay, so let's do that. Let's add those things in. So it'll be in the collection here. And the deck builder. So I want to grab you, which is the meta item display. A line left, but I also want it to be here, or yeah, we probably want to. How do we do this? How do we do this? So it is inside of just overlay, honestly. So if it's inside the overlay and it's fine. Oh, this is inside a canvas. Ah. Okay, hold on. Wrap with an overlay. Replace with it's an overlay. Need to reformat this a little bit. This, okay. So now we need this to be you. Hold on. We need to reformat this. What was it? How was it before? Hold on. Which one was the darker side before? It was the darker on top, lighter on the bottom. Yeah, okay. So here we go padding on top. start with that. Then we have the vertical box here, which we'll just center. And one on top. Now, why is it? Ah, okay. Want this. There we go. And collected cards is correct. Yep. Scroll box is correct. This is all correct now. And now we have this here, which is great. That's where we want it. And we can just off the top by a little bit and good. Okay. Okay. So now we just need to have this also get us the same information as the other one. Because we might as well. So here we need to get current item counts. Can I just copy this? Oh, this is part of its own thing. I just need to give it the game mode. Okay. So I should be able to just copy all this. Go to the graph. We need to make sure it is a variable. And now, theoretically, we should be good. So now we have 3000. And if we go into the game, we have 3000. Okay. So we already have the currency, the meta items just converted over. So this is good. So the next thing I want to do is also add the now the amount of blood that we have collected. And I think I'll put it on the right, because the only time we will actually need to see how much blood we collected in the run is during the dungeon. So I could put it here in the top right. And that should be fine. I want to come here. I want to edit you. Because I just want to grab one of these. This is the meta item count. Meta item count. So we can put this here. And top 10, and then align right. Bam, and probably need to just hypothetically, if you were to create an anti-gravity device and it worked, but you didn't know why it worked, what would you do? I would not care, and I'd be happy that I created an anti-gravity device. You don't understand. I am very much the person that is like, oh, I don't know how it works. Doesn't matter. I know how to use it. Like, I don't know how the engine works. How do these buttons work? Like, how is it that I press this button and this happens? But I can press those buttons and I know what happens, right? I don't care at all. I am very content knowing that if I press a button, you know, X thing happens. I don't need to know how that happens. Right. Like a magic trick. I don't need to know how the magic trick works. I can be very happy with just knowing that the outcome of the magic trick. And just having a good time. What?
Here. Pausing for ads.
Why can't I right click on this? Oh, because this is on top. Technically. That's fine. You should know better how to use something if I have at least one extra step of knowledge on how something works. Is it just like drinking and knowing things? Game of Thrones reference. Okay, I've never seen it, so I don't know the reference. But I mean, like, it's cool to know like how something works, but like I don't need to know, like exactly how my computer's motherboard works. Right? I don't know how the wiring works. I know that it works. That's fine. It's not something that I care very much about. I see it to work when I expect the way I expect it to work. So yeah. It's the common thing Tyrion Lannister says. It's what I do. I drink and know things. I see. It would probably help if I knew who Tyrion Lannister is. I've watched one. No. I've watched one episode of Great Game of Thrones. I've watched one episode of Game of Thrones. And I'll tell you after that. Peter Dinklage, if you're familiar with the actor. Was it the first? No, it wasn't. So, I watched only one episode of Game of Thrones. I was in college at the time, and people, there was an empty classroom that wasn't being used, and people just put like the episode on the projector, and I was just working at the time because the college I went to, we just basically you could just go into any empty classroom or empty seats and just use the computer there. Just be quiet, don't disturb. But it was an empty classroom, so we just took over and had a projector on. And by the way, spoilers for Game of Thrones. Tune out for like 2 minutes if you don't want spoiler. The only episode I've ever watched with zero context is where the guy that everyone hated, I believe, got poisoned and died. I think it's the guy that everyone hated because I keep hearing about people hating this one guy. And I think I think he got poisoned. I don't remember for sure. And then he just died. That was the only. I think it was Joffrey. It was the only episode I've ever watched. At all. Literally, the only episode I've ever watched of Game of Thrones was that one. I'm like, okay, cool. They killed the bad guy, as far as I'm concerned. No need to watch anymore. Hey, Zapcon, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You do that all the time with the projectors? Yeah. A bad guy. I mean, look. Again, I didn't watch. I didn't watch the show. So. Everyone hated the guy. Like, obviously the character, not the actor. So I was like, okay, cool. I got more than enough. And you know what's funny? Like, it is a fantasy setting. I love that kind of stuff. I love like the medieval fantasy kind of stuff. But I don't watch TV shows or movies. Still. And so, despite everything, yeah, I still don't watch it. If you're looking for something to watch, it's a great series up until the last. I don't watch TV shows or movies. I'm just not interested. I'd much rather play games than watch anime. Those are the two things I enjoy. Read the books? Too much time. Ooh, this needs to be What happens when I put what happens when I put a bigger number in? Where's the errand? Yeah, it doesn't work here, but it works here. Good. That's all I just want to make sure that it worked. The icon here, I don't think I have anything that would work here. Yeah, there we go. I have a blood vial. Yeah. Current blood count. Words make my vision blurry. I know. Every time I read chat, I'm like, oh god. Oh. But I get through it. You know, it's a little bit. If you're going to read, E.B. Sanderson. So write faster than you can read, so you'll never run out. I mean, that kind of, that's pretty good. But I haven't. So in high school, I took honors at AP English classes, and like for the vast majority of it, I got like pretty much A's in the class, and I never read a single book. We had summer readings, where we had to read a book or multiple books over summer break, and then we had to like annotate them. So what I would do is I would read the Spark Notes online for the book, and then because we had to annotate them, all I did was read a single sentence from each page and just underline a random sentence, and then occasionally maybe write a little thing about that one sentence in the margins, because again, we had to annotate the book, because you had to buy the book, you had to annotate it, whatever. Never read a single book. Spark Notes and just having that one sentence read because I had to for annotation was all I needed. And then it was basically creative writing. You could just bullshit your way through it. I remember there was one English class where after the summer reading, the teacher was like, all like, yeah, I'll know if you didn't do the, reading, you only did the Spark Notes kind of thing. They did it. I got an A in the I got an A on that assignment. No. If you know how to bullshit well, you... No. Maybe yeah, I won't cover this one random thing that you would only remember if you read the book versus read the summary of the book. But when you're writing essays, you don't need to quote exact words in a book. You need to talk about the general concept and overall things about like the story arc and stuff like that. So Spark Notes is all you need. In AP English, they made us read a book over the summer, Pride and Prejudice. You watched the movie instead, did your report at class first, and everyone laughed, including the teacher. You watched a parody called Bride and Prejudice. That's nothing. So, the summer reading between like middle school and high school that I had to do was called Animal Farm. Maybe some of you will know the book. But the thing's called Animal Farm. And I read the book, and I'm like, cool. It's a cool story about you know about some animals, and that's it. Come the first days of class, and people are talking about these historical people and how what the book represents and all this shit, and I'm like, what? I just read a book about some nice animals, and it was like a nice story. Like I understood like the story premise. What are these people you're talking about? Apparently, it also like it for the time it was about like these specific people, and they made them into animals about this time period. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I enjoyed a nice book. It was one of the few books I actually read. After that book, I just never read a book again. I was like, okay, clearly reading a book is pointless. It's like, I know if you use ChatGPT, yeah, only if I copy pasted word. No, there are programs designed to check like what percentage of the work is like used by ChatGPT. So is it good? Debatable, but there's ways. I want to get cents. And programs to check if AI written. I bet this works well. I mean, yeah. Yours was fun and dancing, and theirs was serious and drama. You had a kind of bad sci-fi class that had you reading crappy books. Definitely Spark Notes. Yeah, Spark Notes. There were two different websites. Spark Notes and one other one. I forget. I always forget one of them when I try to remember both of them. Is it on? I don't remember where I put the XP. Actually, there's an easy way for me to find where I put the XP. Ah, makes sense. It is in the actual orb, so it's here. So what we can do then is get the character class, and then we can go to you anymore. I don't think. No, I still need you. You. So we need to do add units of blood. And we'll just put the same amount. So effectively now, we should be able to go out, kill some enemies, and get some currency. Okay, so I should have gone something stuff. Hey, look at that! I have 30. Because this needs to close either the deck builder or the collection, depending on which one is correct. If it is visible. And then I need to also check for get see the collection. Oh, we're gonna need another check here. Yeah, only if it's visible. And here we need to get yeah, collection. If it's not, we just bypass it. Okay. That should fix that problem. And now... so we have the things working. The one thing that wasn't working was the closing. Okay, let's see if this works now. Do we have... First of all, we have 0. Correct. I check here. I have 30, which is good. And now we're good. We can close it just fine. Okay, so we're looking good. One other thing I want to check is if we come here and I grab this, it does not update this, which is good. Okay. It is complaining because it doesn't exist. Makes sense. I need to check because in this case, it doesn't exist. So I need to check if it's valid. If it's valid, then check this. If it's not valid, continue on. Past it. And then here, over to validate get. Check if it's valid. Oh no. That goes there. I hate that it doesn't quite like snap in the right spot. Why? Why can't it all be consistent always? Right. Slight OCD. If it's not valid, we just bypass this check entirely. and then we're good. So now we check that it's valid. If it is it visible? If it is, remove it. Well, I guess if it's valid, it should be visible. So I don't think we actually need this check. If it's valid, remove it. I don't think this visible check is needed anymore. Okay. Looking good. So now we have proper collection. 0. Each mob, I believe, gives 10 right now, which is why when we kill a mob, we get 10. So I got that, which got me 10. This should give me 20. Ta-da. Okay, so the question becomes, I should stop getting it once I unlock the portal. So I have 47. That's wrong. I should have 50, I believe. And it's not going up anymore. So, okay, I see what's going on. I think I understand what's going on. So, if we go to the character stats, we check if the current XP is less than the max. And this will return false, because we are updating the XP first, and then we're doing this. So we need this whole overflow XP doesn't work. Well, it should. It should have. Because it should have said it. Oh, you know what it is? Oh, no. Hold on. Still print string here. Why? Hey, Nicholas, welcome in. You write your own algos and be more performant. Probably faster. Algos. Algorithms? I'm not sure what you mean. You write your own algorithm? I mean, I'm not a mathematician, if that's what you're referring to. It allows everyone to create cool stuff. Yes? So that's games in a nutshell? I'm not quite following, sorry. Game engines in general allow people to create cool stuff? I'm probably missing something. $30. 40. 43. Oh, I see. Oh, you're talking to Guts. Got it. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, I see what's going on. So what's happening is we're getting things in groups of 10. And so I have 50 max basic XP, right? So you get 10, but it doesn't come in orbs of 10. It comes with maybe like 3 and 7, let's say. So eventually you'll be at 43 XP. And then you'll get the 7. So you'll go to 50, right? You would go to 50 here, but you won't because it's now saying, oh yeah, it's equal. You're now equal to the max. You should not be getting any more. And so it doesn't do it. So that's what's happening. So I think what we can do is if we reverse the order of them, have this go first. For this, okay, let's have that go first. Then here we still want to check this, but here when we get an overflow, we want to then remove that overflow from the blood. So do this. Wrong chain. I hate that when you use the right arrow and like the arrow keys to move things, it just now undoes every single little part of that movement. Why be like this? I want to add it here. Up on the top track. And then we do multiply by -1. Now, here it's going to say, hey, is it this? I'm going to say if this is true or the amount to add is less than 0, is negative. Because if we're subtracting, then yeah, feel free to do this at any time, because we'll need to be able to subtract.
Adds are here.
And instead of add, we'll say modify. There we go. So theoretically, after the adds, we'll check this out, and this should work. If this allows people to make their games dynamic, this is good. Really want more dynamic. What are you referring to? If this being, I mean, I'm just setting up the XP, or sorry, the currency, the ability to gain and use currency. PCG engine? Oh, I'm not using PCG here. But in general, yes, PCG does allow things to be made a lot easier, which is great. Love me some PCG. There's an environment that we'll be making at work that's going to be using a lot of PCG. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Today, my supervisor was like, if I knew how good you were at modeling, I would have hired you for the CG department instead. Well, not instead, like I would have hired you for the CG department. And I'm like, you would have never hired me for the CG department because I would never go to the CG department, as in the VFX department. It's like, yeah, my main thing was like hard surface modeling. And I'm doing a lot of like hard surface cleanup and everything. I know a lot about it. And so he's like, yeah, if I knew how good you were, you'd be like, it's hire you for modeling. The rest is like extra. And right now I'm just doing modeling because I have to for cleanup. On blueprints, use Unity and C#, so this looks different. So yeah, this is all blueprints. Everything I'm doing right now is visual coding, basically. It's all just blueprints right now. No PCG here as of right now. So we're at 0, as we should be. Why do you go in the room? Here. We're at 40. Okay, so we should get to 50 with the next one. 50! Why am I still attacking in that direction? And if I pick up more, I'm still at 50. We got him. Houston, we got him. Now, mostly is blueprints. They're working with C++ at the moment, and it's a bit annoying. I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of it is you can probably make the entire game with C++ as well. Like, it's not recommended, but it's the same way as people don't recommend doing the entire thing in blueprints. The ideal scenario is using a combination of both, but I don't know C++. It's way too boring for me to like learn, so I'm just doing everything in blueprints, and I'm happy. That's all that matters. I mean, that's annoying. You didn't like handling pointers and all that. See, I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means, and I'm fine with that. Memory references. Oh, I have bad memory, so it's okay. We're requirements you has that makes you have to rebuild stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so we now have that is all working. You know how pure nodes work? Pointers is like using pure nodes versus regular ones. I mean, so when I make a function pure, if I put this here, and if I made it pure, it just makes it so there's no like execution pins. And I know that I can do that if I'm not like setting or modifying variables. That's the limit to my knowledge on that. Like, cool, as long as I'm not like, as long as I'm only like getting variables or doing like some random math and not setting anything, I can do that. And I know I can do that. And that's all that matters to me. It's like the thing from earlier where it's like, you know, what if you didn't know how the mechanism for like reversing gravity thing worked? Doesn't matter. I don't know how most things work. I just know how to use them. That's all that matters to me. And if I find out later on, like, oh yeah, you know, there's a, like, I should have been doing something else, I'm like, cool, I'll adjust. It's all that matters. It's, you know, there was a, I took a, I was interviewing at a company like many years ago, and this was for like an environment artist position. I didn't get the job, but one of the questions that they asked me is, in a material, right, in a simple material, what is metallic? Like, what is the metalness? How does this work? What does this do? Shit, if I know even to this day. If it's metallic, you make it metallic. If it's not metallic, don't make it metallic. I don't know how it does under the hood. I don't care what it does under the hood. To this day. It's been years. But like, I don't know. Like, I just need to know how to use the thing, right? As the artist that's using it, I just need to know how to use it. I don't know what it does under the hood. What does the base color do under the hood? If I want something to look a certain way, I put it in the base color. If I want to like have a different kind of like reflection, like specularity, I put it into roughness, right? I just need to know how to use the thing. So, I mean, that's a me thing. For most things, I don't care about how it's done under the hood. I just care about like, how do I use it? That's really all I care about learning, right? Well, it's not all I care about, but like that's the majority of what I care about. It's an equation that contrasts the specularity map when the light is bouncing in the direction. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, maybe sounds right to me. Or it sounds like it could be right to me. I think pure nodes is more of a, if you're looking for performance sense. Yeah, but the thing is, like, a lot of people are very much about like, hey, make everything as optimized as you can at the very beginning. And there are some things you should do from the very beginning. I agree, in terms of like optimization. But other things just don't matter. You can optimize later. Because if you optimize at the very beginning and you realize, hey, we're just not going to use the system, or you're changing the system or something, you know, then you just wasted all that time you spent optimizing when you could have just did it slightly dirty and then be like, okay, does it work? Yes. Okay, then do it. And, you know, it's normal. Fast iteration is important. And, you know, if that means you're using casts everywhere, that's fine. Because as I always tell people, as the person playing the game, I don't care how optimized your game is. Does it run at the correct frame rate that I want? Or not even that I want, that you wanted as the designer? Because if your game runs at 60 FPS, but that was the goal, that you got it. And is it fun to play? As long as those two things are good, the whole thing can be on tick for all I care. Doesn't matter. You can have the entire game on tick, and I will not complain. Because why would I? If a game is fun and it runs well, as a gamer, I don't give a shit. Now, people who do care are the developers looking at someone else's code. That's the only time anyone will ever complain, right? A developer will complain about you. You know, look at games like Undertale, where the whole, you know, every single dialogue choice is a giant switch statement. Does anyone care? No, it's a fun game. It runs well. That's all that matters. I think a lot of people forget that you're making a game for gamers. And gamers don't care how you make the game. They just care if it's fun and it runs well. And you can optimize later to make it run well, if it doesn't run well at the time. Okay, this is a pointless thing, because this. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. So our next thing is, so now we have a currency that appears only in the dungeon, right? In here we have this. And here we have this. So that's all good. So now we need to start working on actually, for a shop, we need to add the currency, the cost into it. And then we need to be able to provide that cost in the shop. You get anal about the procedural boringness. You have to bloat the code just to get the game more interesting. Wait, what do you mean? Because a fun game doesn't mean bigger code, right? There's different phases for development. Make your prototype, then make your minimum viable product, then make you do some optimization in the real first version. Yeah, I'm still in the prototype phase. I consider all of this to be prototype because we're still changing things all the time, right? I'm still figuring out like how do I want the shop. I'm still not fully happy with like the AI and how that's gonna work. I'm not. There's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be changing multiple times. I'm still very much in the prototype phase. So yeah, optimization is not even like something I'm thinking about, really. Okay, let's go to here. When you generate your planets in your game, you make algorithm to procedurally place the rocks and water bodies, the volcanoes, and planet sizes. I mean, that sounds cool. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. That sounds like a fun time. But yeah, that's like, you know, figure out mechanics and all that kind of stuff. That sounds good to me. Solar System Galaxy Generator Explorer. I mean, yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, generate the height map for your planet. I'm guessing. Oh, it's 2D. I mean, if it was 3D, you could just use a noise. If you want to do like just random like things, use noises. That's how Minecraft does it. I'm pretty sure. Like, I remember seeing a picture like a long time ago. I probably won't be able to find it. But Mojang like showed like, hey, here's like a bunch of noise patterns, and basically just overlap them, and then, you know, depending on how they overlap, will make this kind of setup. So here's our shop. We need, right now we just grab the card. Okay. It's all good and all, but we need to be able to. Also, I need to make it so if I have all three taken, I can't open the shop anymore. Or I guess I can open the shop. Why not? I'll remind you that I have taken all the cards. So we need to add here the card cost. You have a noise, you're trying to apply it to terrain using a terrain brush? Using a terrain brush. Yeah, I'm not super knowledgeable in landscapes. Like, I know enough to be dangerous, basically. this. We can add padding here. Add more on the right, maybe. Okay, so if I wanted this, but I want it to be on the cutout, where is the... Which retainer box do I want? This one. Oh, but I can't have multiple retainer boxes. Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's change top right. Yep. Using errant worlds like in LambS++. Spirals inwards. Displace rock when other object is detected. Doesn't place rock when objects are... The game is 2.5D. Usually try that at first, but when you wanted the rocks to be destructible, so you did away with vertex displacement. Cool. Yeah, there was on Reddit, I actually saw a post quite recently. Somebody is making like a blacksmithing type game where you hammer like the sword, and it was actually like deforming the vertices and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. I think completely overkill, but pretty cool. It's cool that you can do stuff like that. So I want to do you. So I'm going to wrap this with a retainer box. Where's retainer box? Okay, not here. Retainer box. Let's do something like this, and then what we can do is, which retainer box do we need? This one. This one. And right. This needs to be full size. And then this needs to be not full size. I need this to be... Shit. Wrap with a size box. I can do scale box. Scale box. That's probably all I need. No. Okay. I probably need a size box then. Probably need both, actually. Yeah. Can I not make it certain? This is annoying. Why is it being this way? New songs are kicking? Oh, so you like the new music? I'm glad. Aaron Worlds lets you apply vertices locally instead of updating the entire object. That is really cool. It's a little non-destructive, but you gotta get some of this work done before you rate any of that. True. Co-developers spent $800 on 2 ender seats, though. Wait. Wait. Arid Worlds is a plugin that you need to pay, like, it's not a one-time fee? Or no, I guess it is a one-time fee, because it's $800. But that's an expensive plugin if it's per seat. How would they even know if you're using it per seat? Because isn't Fab like once you get it, you use it? It's I don't know how to translate kick-in except like. It's a license for like 3 years of development, so it's not on Fab. Because otherwise you would just get you would get it. Not licensed to Fab. I see. Okay. I see. Okay. What I want is just to like do a little cutout here without needing to get a full image of like this exact shape. But yeah, I guess I fine, I'll do a proper thing. Damn it. Oh, I'll probably need to see if I even have it on my Oh, by the way, I got a new emote on Twitch and YouTube, if you remember. It's the little happy brain emote. I got it over winter break. I completely forgot about it, and I'm looking at my recent things, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's there. And I'm like, oh, right, that's a thing. Where's my card stuff? Card template. So I'm gonna need. I don't need the tinted outline. What I need is you? Question mark? No. You. That's what I need. Made a bunch of procedural algorithms which operated radially to place objects that made the planets. That sounds cool. There's a lot of plugins devs are making their own licensing off of Fab, which is pretty annoying in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, like, there was a plugin that I saw that somebody recommended that had some like really cool stuff, but I saw that one, it wasn't on Fab or the marketplace. You know, it was recent, so I think it was a Fab. But the main thing is, it was a like a monthly or yearly license as well. That plugin better be amazing beyond belief, where I can't like work without it, and I can't ever recreate any of the functionality for me to pay multiple times in perpetuity, basically, while I'm using it. Because you have to keep in mind that even if you stop the project, if at any point in the future you want to access the projects that use the plugin, you need the plugin still, right? It's like, no. Currency, was running how do you reference physics locations? Physics location contact to be used to reference visual mesh. I don't even know what most of that sentence means. I'll be honest. Actually, I want to... Where's the border? I actually want to remove the border. There we go. So it'll be this part only. And I can put whatever stuff I want in there. One year's too short, 3 years isn't so bad. You can always decide not to renew. The bets aren't worth it. Cheaper to renew. Yeah, but if you, like, if down the line, like, say 10 years down the line, right, you want to, like, pick it up again. Like, okay, what happens if the company that was making the product goes under? Are you screwed now? And your license runs out. I don't like monthly. Like now that, as you can see, I'm using Affinity Photo 2. I don't like paying multiple times. Let me pay once for the product. I don't want a recurring payment. Let me pay once and get what I expect for the product. For games like MMOs, like, that's different. Like, just to be clear, I am not against monthly payments in general, but for programs, I want to pay once for the program at its current place. If I don't get updates, sure, but that's my prerogative. Right. In terms of, like, I don't get the next major version, I'll only get minor versions. Like, that's fine. But I know that I paid for it and I'm good. Yeah, I don't know where this is going to open up to. If I save. So, second. Oh, we're fine. Cards. Deck version.
Pausing for ads.
Oh, not deck version. This is the, I wish I could scroll up, see what I called it. Currency background. There you go. If it goes away, you still have the source code of what you did? Oh, yeah, because you're paying for the source code. Okay, yeah. But in scenarios where you didn't pay for the source code. Yeah. Visual mesh is a collider. The visual mesh is the thing that rendered with the material. And when a physics event takes place, you can use that contact location, make a transformation on the visual mesh, without looping through each vertices. If you could pull it off. Sounds very cool if you could pull it off. Yeah, like it's interesting modifying the vertices because that's not geometry scripting. Geometry scripting like remeshes fully. I don't think you can move a single vertex with geometry scripting. I mean, maybe you can. I just never even thought about it. I need to go to you. Here it is. Here's the folder I want it. So if I come here, and now we can tint it. Let's tint it dark, and then actually lower the opacity. Ta-da! Do we want to make do we want to make this bigger? I think it's fine. Let's find out. Yes, I want it bigger. It's too small. Scale box. How do I scale it? Because this just affects offset. We can't do that. I can grab the scale box with a overlay. No, how? Wait, no. How? Oh wait, can I just do that? Hold on, go back. Can I just use that, honestly? Can I just come here and be like 1.5? I mean, I can. Honestly. Not guessing what I want. Hey, Mike Jamie, welcome in. You do not envy all the UI work you have to do, but so far they look pretty sick. Oh, thank you. Yeah, UI. This part especially, I'm still not like, I use it, but I haven't like 100% grasped it even as of now. Because like some of the stuff like have the auto or the fill setting, and I still don't understand the auto versus fill. I trip and fall through it. You just finished a mobile game and there was so many issues. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my god. Have you seen the issue? I don't know if you ran into this. I found the solution to this, but basically when I did this, when I did a drag and drop thing, and this happens like in other scenarios too, but when I did this, any text that had like wrapping would like because I had a center justified would like move over and then move back in a fraction of a second. And I found the solution to it. And the solution to it is so stupid. But basically, I can actually probably recreate it. Unstackable isn't stacking anymore. It's truly unstackable. Hold on, unstackable. Now it says something. Does not stack with other cards of the same name. Keeps highest tier. We now have a little option to like see the description and stuff. And if we have more of these, then it'll tell you more. Yeah. Let's see if I can real quick just show you what I'm talking about. It's not doing it right now, of course. Of course, it's not doing it now. Oh, I need to check. Which one am I looking at? I need to. Of course, it's not doing it now. The game in demo. Never mind. There was a problem. I solved it. I was happy about it. Damn it. Had to do with UI. I think I have more fun with your project when you can worry about UI stuff instead of worrying about things people don't usually do with Unreal Engine. What do you mean? You shouldn't worry about other people doing or not doing stuff in Unreal Engine in general. Of course, when you want it to happen, it doesn't happen. That's game dev. I mean, yeah, seriously. I can explain the problem that if you ever, in case anyone encounters this, okay? Basically, what would happen is this wrap text is when I moved it, or when I did something like this, basically when it loaded in at the last moment, this text would just go like left and back when it loaded, or when it loaded in, and only when it was center justified. And the problem and the solution to it was really stupid, because the solution to it was changing it from auto wrap to manual wrap and setting the value of when you wanted to wrap. And all of a sudden, that whole like randomly jerking to the side before it loads in went away. By just having not using auto wrap text. Just as a heads up, if anyone ever is using auto wrap text and you're seeing weird like movement of the text when you like it loads in or something, turn off auto wrap, turn on manual wrap. Yeah, auto wrap is great, but it's buggy, it seems. Lack of documentation and tutorials. You're fine with no one doing it. If there was still it was still straightforward. Oh yeah, yeah. Unreal Engine does not have documentation, as I always say, because the documentation that I always want is node documentation. Like if I need to look up how do I do X thing, or what does a node do, I can't look it up. And that's what there's like documentation for like getting started and things like some like basic stuff. But like if I'm like did you guys know there's a single node that if you want to have perfect, beautiful arcs, like if you want to like lob a grenade and you want to arc it to just to like an enemy, or then there's a single node. There's actually one of 3 nodes that lets you just do that. And you don't have to do any of the math to calculate it. You're just able to just throw the thing. But unless you know about it, works for arrows too. Yeah, it works for anything. Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's called suggest projectile velocity. You can even do it on a moving target. Suggest projectile velocity, and it gives you a out velocity. And from here, you can do launch character, or set velocity or whatever else. So if you want like jumps, this is how you do simple jumps. This gets you a target actor. So if you want to jump to someone specifically, suggest projectile velocity moving target. There's also suggest projectile velocity custom arc that just has start and end position. You can override the gravity and change if it's like a low arc or a high arc. And then there's the just regular one, which has launch speed, override gravity. It has options for trace and other stuff. The one I really like is this one for moving target, because this is the only one that has time to target. Basically, I can make it so no matter where you are, it'll take 1 second for me to get from one place to another. And it'll do all the math for me. And if I want to like not get to the moving target, I can just spawn a dummy actor, use the dummy actor's location to plug in here, and after it's launched, destroy the target actor dummy, which is what I do for my enemies. And that way I can specify like how fast should they get to me if they jump. Really nice. But it's like kind of hidden away if you don't know about it. It's like, good luck. Auto wrap problem finds itself into game. Satisfactory is UE5 and it has the same auto wrap problem with some of the mods you use. Really? That's kind of funny. You might be able to use that with your current project. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. Yeah, if you ever need to like lob something or throw something, you're gonna use that. I use that for the there's a projectile that I use with an enemy, and I just use that for the projectile because you just set the velocity of it, and then it just dies out. So it just shoots it, and I'm like, cool. Let me see if I can grab it real quick just for demonstration. Projectile sprite arc base, I think it's here. Yeah, here. So yeah, this one has just projectile movement component, and basically here's the suggest projectile velocity custom arc, and then I just plug in the out velocity into the velocity, and then bam. I'm modifying the gravity in my case and some other stuff, but you don't need to, obviously. And then that's it. It calculates however it needs to shoot the thing to. So what I get from it is if I go to my enemies, there's the projectile. So you can use this with projectiles, you can use this with characters, you can use this with all sorts of things. I don't need to like, and it actually has some gravity, so it does like dip. It's hard to tell because it's a sprite, but it does dip. There you go. Fun little things. It's pretty cool. Is there rigid body joints for UE5? Is there rigid body joints? I'm not sure. I'm not an expert rigger. Like, you make yourself a developer only aimbot to throw poo at your friends' heads. They keep asking for a poop mechanic with Tree. Do it. They tried to ask us serious and they all went in on that. Hey, that's some good friends. You know, that means they're having fun. Okay, and that's important. Yes, the feedback's not great, but they're having fun. Should I? If I wrap this with an overlay, am I gonna have a bad time? No. Can I just turn off the overlay now? Yes. I'm basically using an overlay as a group. Don't mind me. So this is going to be the shop cost. It provides a lot of body joint and even muscle control. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm not an expert in that. I have not looked into it too much, so I'm not gonna pretend like I know it and give you bad advice. I'll just tell you that I don't know. And best of luck. Okay. So the cost of this, we need a cost here. So that means that in our cards, we need to save this information. Data tables. Right, so we have all the card information here in the data table. But we don't have a card cost. We need a card cost. Obviously, it will increase in cost when you go further in difficulty and stuff like that, but... There's the whole metahuman thing and they're pushing. Pretty crazy what they can do. Is the metahuman thing available again? When they launched Fab, I don't know if it's available now. Metahuman was part of Quixel, and it was not part of Fab, so you couldn't even get access to Metahuman when Fab first launched. Is Fab final? Does Fab have Metahuman support finally? Is that a thing now? Can we get Metahuman? Metahuman plugin. 2.7 stars. That's not the same. No. How do you, like, if I want to get my metahumans, I mean, I'm too lazy to download the thing. What is this? What? Just, what's with the GIMP masks? I gotta ask. This is a ski mask, but these are not. People will put up anything. Speaking of which, speaking of anything. Yeah, here's our Spider-Man. They put, so, like, I mean, everyone that's been on the channel any amount of time knows I dislike Fab. One thing I really dislike, though, is the fact that they're combining, what's the other website Fab is taking? It's Marketplace, it's Sketchfab. So here's something that a lot of you guys might not know. I search motherboard, here's a bunch of motherboards. These are downloadable motherboards. Okay? I can go to any of them and just click download 3D model. They're free. All of these like motherboards. Now, are they beautiful, perfect motherboards? No, but if you need like a motherboard model, like for reference or for anything, right? These are great. This is just, I'm using a motherboard as an example here. But there's a good amount of them. Right? And these are like really nice. If we go to Fab here, motherboard, free. Oh yeah, there's nothing. Not a single one. Wanna know why? Because they're not automatically grabbing everything from Sketchfab and moving it over. And here's the thing. A lot of this won't even be able to exist on Fab because copyright. Like, people don't have the copyright for like an MSI or whatever motherboard, right? But you don't go and grab these because you need, like, you know, specifically that license, but you just need something. And Sketchfab just has so much awesome stuff that if you just need like some random reference, like there's a lot of like 3D scans and stuff on Sketchfab that here's like a random cave. This you could download this, by the way. This is just like a random cave that somebody went in and scanned. It's a Sketchfab. Now, is it perfect? No. Is it usable by someone? Like, look at this. I can like zoom in. Like, it's like, depending on what you're doing, this is either a great start or just a good backdrop for like random stuff that you can just use. Yeah, it has issues here. This doesn't get scanned great, but there's like a ton of this stuff, and all of this is going away. When Sketchfab goes down and we're only stuck with Fab, all of this goes down, and that's my big problem. I'm gonna miss all this stuff because I've been on projects where we've used like a bunch of like 3D scan environments, because if you're doing like a character or something, let's say, and you just want to put it inside of an environment just to have something, a lot of these 3D scan environments honestly are pretty good, just random backdrops for your stuff. So you just come here, you grab a random 3D scan, and you just go with it, right? But it's kind of going away. Here's another one. Again, it all has free 3D download of a model. Here's another scan. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, obviously it's not gonna work for in a game, right? But no one's trying to use it for a game. But if you need to like have like a scene where you have a character right here and you crop in like right here, great. You get a lot of stuff. So, you know, we get a nice scene of like you comping a character in. Yeah. Would affect the license if they were, well, Sketchfab, as far as I understand, eventually will go away entirely. I don't know how licenses will work for things that you got from them. I have no idea. Because some of the stuff is licensed CC attribution, so you just attribute to them and like link to them, and then you can use it. If it doesn't exist and there's no link to it, then can't attribute. I don't know. I'm no lawyer, but it sucks. I'm gonna miss a lot of the like awesome Sketchfab stuff. That's I think one of the big things that I'm genuinely like sad about with Fab. And like I get it, you know, they need to make it they'll need to make it so everything is proper, but they're doing such a bad job in terms of making like Spider-Man's on Fab. Shouldn't be, but it is. But at the same time, a lot of stuff is going to go bye-bye. You have to manually transfer everything for some reason, and they only let certain people put their products on sale. Yeah, I got a link to put my product on sale. I didn't. I forgot about that. For anyone that doesn't know, I do have my own thing on Fab. Self-plug. I have a light manager, which is just allows you to control lights in bulk. So you have a lot of different ways of selecting lights, modifying the colors of lights, temperatures, and a bunch of different stuff. We've been calling them for months now. They've been getting an auto message. Yeah. For the longest time, I could... My own Fab plugin, by the way, isn't even in my library to this day. Even though I made it and I've added it, it's not even in my library. Unfortunately. I'll put here. Put it here. So now we can do the card cost. Card cost by default. I'll just give it $9.99 default cost. So that way, if I obviously don't remember to get it, never mind. So now, if I do this, is it gonna recompile everything? Yay, recompile it. Yeah, ways to go. Hopefully they'll put it together. Hopefully, fingers crossed. What's up with all the YouTube influencer using data scraping and psyops to target people? I've not heard of this. What is psyops? I'll ask the stupid question. What is psyops? I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I feel like people just do that in general. I don't think that's an YouTube influencer thing. I think people are just doing that. Pervasive psychological operations. That sounds way too complex for my little brain. I'll be honest. Through data harvesting. I mean, right? Everyone gets data from people. It's a thing. Look at that. I meant to unplug that. Set card info. That's where I wanted. Okay, so we need to set the card cost here. So we need to grab the
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Card cost. Okay, we'll add it after the ads. Theories of everything does this a lot. Closer to truth. I mean, some people are interested in that stuff. And they, people get the philosophy communities. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Not sure. I don't watch any of that stuff, so I'm just not informed. But I mean, there's a lot of there's gonna be bad actors everywhere, right? Like hypothetically, if 1% of everyone is bad, and that's a low percentage, right? 1%. How many people use YouTube? It's millions of people. They're just bad actors, just purely from the statistics number. So, even though you just gotta, look at that 99%. Now look at the majority. Although I'm a realist, I'm the whole is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? I'm the guy that says the glass is always full. Because it's filled with half water and half air. Air takes up space. I'm that asshole. I'm the asshole that says the cup is always full. It's not half empty or half full, it's always full. Because if you remove water, it fills with air. And if you remove air by putting water in, then it's filled with water. I'm that asshole. Match. What's wrong? You know it's true. You know it's true. It's a current value. Look, I could do something like truly evil by like just like mess with your senses. Like, you can always see your nose, right? So now many of you will actually start seeing your own nose. Because you always see it. It's just your brain, tunes it out. It's not thinking about it. And just don't think about the fact that your toes are always touching. Just don't think about it. I want this collapse by default. The toes touch one drives me crazy. Really? I heard about. I was watching a YouTube clip recently, and someone said that, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, well, yeah. But I guess there are people like you that really don't bother. So like, okay. Well, it's a thing. You feel like you need one of those things that people use when they do their toenails to separate them. Oh my, you need one of those socks. Toe socks. Are you the kind of person to wear these? Don't think about the itchy part of your body right now? What is the itchy part of your body? Nothing should be itchy. The toes don't have to touch though? That's the thing? They harvest. Wait, what? You weren't until now. It's okay. Okay, what I need to do is I'm setting this to shop. So basically what we need to do is inside of instead of this thing. It's like a military level. I mean, I don't know about that one. It's, you know, in terms of stereotypes, the military is one of my favorite stereotypes. Because it's one of the few that are contradictions on the same stereotype. Because when I say military, I meant the government. I started the government when I said military, which is one of my favorite stereotypes, where people are like, the government can't keep a secret. But there's also Area 51, where they somehow have kept the secret. So there are two extremes. And I love stereotypes that have extremes. Like Asian drivers. There's the stereotypes of either they can't drive or Tokyo Drift. And it's like, I love it when it's always two extremes on one stereotype. And I don't know, I find that always hilarious. But I'm just weird. That makes her great character development? It does. I agree. Military levels being its motives are not good. Oh, is that what that means? Typical Canadian. Now hold on a second. I'm not even a Canadian citizen. I'm an American. I just got permanent residency, yes. But I'm an American, damn it. About? And we'll be the judge? What about it? There you go. I don't say about. Is that how they say about? No, say about. Also, I don't know. Look, speaking of Canada, yeah, still American. Have you guys seen the Canadian metric versus imperial chart? Have you guys seen this? This is a thing. This is a real thing. This is actually accurate. This is not a joke. It is actually a thing. What are you measuring? Speeds are a metric. Is it distance? Is it your height? Yes, it's imperial. No joke. Feet and inches. Is it not your height? Is it long distance? Yes, metric. No. Is it related to work? Yes, it's imperial. No, it's metric. Because like the lumber and like the wood and stuff is all in imperial, because Canada does a lot of stuff with the US. Is it cooking? It's Fahrenheit. Is the pool's temperature? Yes, it's Fahrenheit. Otherwise, it's Celsius. Genuine. This is genuine. This is real. Is it my height? Yes, it's pounds. Is it my weight? Yes, it's pounds. Is it heavy? Yes, it's kilograms. It's not weight heavy. It's pounds. If I go to the grocery store, the weight for stuff is in pounds. It's not in kilograms. Like if I want to, buy us some steaks, some fish, whatever it is, it's gonna be the weight, the price per pound. It ain't per kilogram. Speed is just always metric. Yes, speed is the only thing that's always metric. There is a few locations in Canada that I was at that has also an imperial option display, but otherwise it's always metric. If it's for cooking, it's cups and spoons. If it's not for cooking, it's metric. This is genuine. This is not like a joke, like making fun of Canadians. This is actually how it is here. I mean, it is also kind of funny, but this is genuinely how it is in Canada. And I find this hilarious. You can understand very fast speeds being metric, but driving or walking, it should be imperial. I mean, driving, I would love it if it was imperial for driving in miles, but no. Speed limits and all that are all in kilometers here. All the cars are in kilometers. Something crazy about Canada is 90% of the people live 100 miles or less away from the border. Mm-hmm. Yep. Most of Canada is really close to the U.S. border. Yup. That is indeed the case. Okay, here we need to do... Before we populate the shop cards, I guess I can do it afterwards as well. Oh, card option. Okay, perfect. So from here, I can do get shop cost, set visibility, not testable, yeah. I mean, keep in mind, Canada has actually, I think recently Canada passed California's population. For the longest time, the state of California had a bigger population than all of Canada. I'm pretty sure it recently passed it. Let's see. So this is 2023. So it's a little outdated, but yeah, it passed it. Canada has 40 million, 40.1, and now California has 38.97. So it's basically about a 1 million population difference between the state of California and all of Canada. You actually have here's Canada. Here's Texas randomly. Yeah, you can see California was like ahead of it for a long time. This is what, like 1980 roughly. It passed all of Canada, but it's been slightly like decreasing. Its momentum got lost and it got passed by Canada pretty much recently. The state you live in has 46 million inhabitants. Yeah, you still have more than, but you also don't live in the U.S. You live in a very large country, though, so that makes sense. Forest, you've gone native. Wait, what? It's 25. Is 21% of the country population super dense here? Yeah, that is pretty dense. I have no idea how dense, like, actually, like, places like LA versus New York are in the US. I actually don't know what percentage of the population that is. It's a good sign for Canada? Maybe. You're honorary Canadian? True story? What does it mean to be an honorary Canadian? I have to ask. We don't have the thing here. If we go here, and we got the price. Look at that. No price here in the card selection. No price here, but we get a price in the shop. This is why. Oh, I know why. Okay. We got to work around this. So what happened was I locked in the 2. I know. It's because I'm checking the length of the discarded cards here. No, I need to check the length of get card options. No, get shop cards. To a silly place, and you can't turn. Wait, what do you mean you can't turn left? What do you mean? Here in New Jersey, we're the most dense per person, and traffic is. Wait. New Jersey is the most dense per person? Well, I guess it makes sense. Most of California is spread out. The people don't take up that space. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not the most populated, but because it's very. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. What happened here? What happened here? Wait, where am I? Where am I using this? I do get shop cards. Hit this. Where's this? I'm getting it here. Ah, here we go. Populate shop cards. Hey, Collider, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Think you live in the most populated city in the U.S.? New York City? Yeah, I think it is. Wait. Where's the most populated city in the world? I mean, Tokyo's probably up there, right? Yeah, Tokyo, I think, is number 1. Is the most populated city in the world. But based on, yeah, the number 1 is New York, then LA, then Chicago, Houston, Phoenix. Yeah, that'll do it. So what happens? Why is this not working? What? Why is this not being called? Oh. I see. Order of operations. It's not PEMDAS, but we'll call it PEMDAS. There we go. And now if I exit here, and I got another one, I still only see the two. Now we still need to fix this problem. But what is going on with that? Why is that happening? You have 475.2 per square mile in your state. Dear God. Cali has 251.3 per square mile. Yeah. That is populated. You have 49 people per square mile. Yeah, a little less. It's something you earn, then wear like a cat. No extra privileges. New Jersey's 1,263 people per square mile. Dear God. Well, okay. I've never been to New Jersey. Are things walkable then in New Jersey? Like if I want to go to the grocery store, does that mean because everything's so packed together, does that mean I can just walk to a grocery store without needing a car? Or is it still like you need a car to get anywhere? Manila has 119,600 people per square mile. What the hell? I'm sorry. What? No, that's impossible. You can't fit that many people in a square mile. No, there has to be a mistake there. For the most part, you still need a car. Aw. No. It says 112,953 per square mile. No, I thought that can't be, but no. It has a population of 1.8 million. And 112,000, almost 113,000 people per square mile. Dear God. That is a very like apartment heavy place. It must be, right? It's a small area and it has to be also a very tall area, right? Because it's the only way you would be able to fit that many people in a small area. It has to be like a lot of tall buildings and skyscrapers filled, like, right? Because otherwise you can't fit that many people in. And yeah, it has to be that small a place though. They just make their apartment buildings out of living people, like they Attack on Titan pants. You know? Maybe they are. I've actually never finished Attack on Titan. I think I stopped in the 4th season. I want to say 4th season I stopped watching it. I don't remember. I think it was around then. So I went back and glad you finished it. Well, hold on a second. Is it actually done yet? I stopped and I was going to go back to watch it, but then I kept hearing about the final season, and then the final season part 2, and then the final season, and then the final season, and then the is it actually finished? I gotta know. It's done. Okay. Okay, that's why I was waiting for it to like finish before I'm like, okay, let's maybe continue watching and finishing it up. If they were to continue, it'd have to be a spin-off. I mean, look, people find ways of continuing seasons for the money. One of the few TV shows I've ever watched was House MD. And I remember, I think it was around season 5 or something, there was a pretty good ending to House, but the fans wanted more House MD, and then they just continued it. And they're like, okay, well, how do we bring this back? Shit. There's also there's actually a few anime, at least I can definitely think of one anime that I have actually not continued watching. Oh, there's actually 2 anime. They have not continued watching because I thought the ending was so good at where it was. One of the anime that I never continued watching, oh wow, I just blanked on the name of it. No, Death Note, I did finish it. Death Note, I did finish. Oh, Food Wars. Food Wars, there was, I think I've never watched the last season. Because I think the season before that, I thought ended on a really good spot. For like, I'm happy if this is the finale. But then it continued. And I'm like, I don't really want to watch more. Free Reign, no. Free Reign, I just didn't continue watching because I got bored. That's different. Then I should have skipped the whole middle part. I mean, I think the ideal ending of Death Note would have been where the one character dies that we all know that watched it about that one character. That's when they should have ended. Breaking Bad ended when was starting to get stale. I've never watched it, so I don't know. Yeah, like the story ends before. Yeah, you mean instead of being milked like Attack on Titan? Because let's be honest, that's probably why they did it. I don't know how the final and then final and then final version 23 seasons are, but
Pausing for ads.
Free Run was fantastic. Can't wait for the next season. I got through 3 episodes, and the 3rd one was rough to get through. I was really bored. If you want to know what kind of anime I like, for comparison, Solo Leveling right now, dear God, it's fighting hard to be like near my top 1 of all time. It is fighting against Steins Gate. and Steins Gate I have considered to be like the top anime of all time. Like by a large margin, and it's like I might put it right next to it. How about that amazing Game of Thrones? I never watched it. Solo Living is really good. Yeah. The very final episode may be a bit of milking, but I didn't think the last season was bad. Okay, that's good. Uncultured AF. Hey, I'm fine with that. You lost it the same as you. You just kept getting better after episode 3. I looked online and tried to find out, is it continuing to be that slow? And the answer I found everywhere is yes. And that's the part that I got bored because it was just too slow. I want more action. I want more things like happening. It was too slow for me. It was more slice of lifey than actually like fantasy action. And I want fantasy action. We don't, not Game of Thrones, Mike. We don't speak of that ending. Yeah, I heard the Game of Thrones ending was really bad. I heard many people dislike the Game of Thrones ending. I don't know what it is. Obviously, don't spoil it in chat. But I just remember when it ended, everyone was pissed that I know. Everyone that was watching was pissed. It was hilarious. Probably much more action now in the manga. Oh, maybe one day. Look, I when Free Rent season 2 comes out, okay? When season 2 comes out, like maybe like halfway into season 2 of Free Rent season 2, I'll consider, depending on how season 2 is doing, I'll consider trying to rewatch the season 1 again. I'll give you that. When I select the card, okay, I need to get my character again, the game mode reference. Oh no, I need to get the character reference. Get current units of blood. It's like way over. It was so crushing how bad it was. Oh my god. Yeah, I've only watched that one episode that we discussed earlier, but it was amusing. Like hearing everyone's like, because everyone for a long time would be like just praising. Game of Thrones. They'd be like, amazing. Like, how are you not watching it? Like, to me, like, how do you not watch it? You should watch it. And then when all of them at the same time were miserable, I found it hilarious. And when I was like, so should I watch it now? It's like, no, don't bother. The ending's terrible. Just so funny. Except when I watched all of Demon Slayer. That show was on the edge for me, being too childish. Ironically, Inosuke, the save it for you. I watched the start of Demon Slayer and I dropped it. I did drop the show. I don't like. When I was younger, I liked the whole shonen, like weak character gets stronger, like over time kind of thing. But as I've grown older, I don't really care much for that anymore. I'm much more interested in just give me a badass protagonist, please. Thank you. So I got a bit bored with Demon Slayer. If you had anything else to watch and wasn't completely bored, fair enough. The good part of KNY's animation, just that. What is KNY? KNY is Demon Slayer. Wait, what? Why is KNY Demon Slayer? Hold on. What? What? Oh, it's based off the Japanese name. Got it. Okay, makes sense. We don't know the Japanese names. I know some names. Like Shokugeki no Soma is like the Japanese name for Food Wars. And I know the name of that in Japanese more often than the English name. I think it depends on like what name they decide to put like on the actual like name of like the in Crunchyroll and stuff like that. Because some places will decide to use the Japanese name everywhere, and some places will decide to use the English name everywhere. I think it all depends on which one they end up using. By the way, if any of you guys have ever have watched Shokugeki no Soma or Food Wars and loved it, let me tell you about one of my all-time favorite anime that basically is the predecessor of Food Wars. If you like the style and everything, you'll love this show. It is definitely older. It is called Yakitate Japan. It is literally basically the same as Food Wars, but it's purely about baking bread. Now, when I say just like Food Wars, let me show you, okay? Just a small little snippet. Which you can't see because of course not. Because of the thing. Let me see if I can do. It won't let me probably take a screenshot even. Hold on. Yeah, it won't let me take. Damn it! Hold on. Gotta find a picture. Just I mean, look, just I'm telling you, it has all the same kind of reaction stuff. When they eat bread, they have the same kind of reactions as they have in Food Wars. It's just this one came out a lot earlier. This is the predecessor of it. Genuinely. Here, anyone wants to watch it, I'll post it in chat. The Crunchyroll link. Highly recommend. Amazing. One of my favorite anime of all time. Very silly. Just a good time. You tried to watch once, it was midnight, and you were watching your TV in the living room. A lot of moaning, let me just say that. I'm telling you, just like Food Wars. It is literally, I think, inspired Food Wars. You better break all the time. Do it. Watch it. It's great. It is like, you know, literally same kind of system, just lots of like competitions, right? Same kind of reactions, everything. It genuinely, I think, inspired Food Wars. You're talking about Food Wars though? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, there's also lots of that in some parts of there's not as much moaning. Okay, there's not as much moaning in Yakuza Japan. There's some in some places. See if we can find it's really good. I got it. I highly recommend it. Oh, okay. Here. Don't worry. This is just one of the people he competes against in baking bread. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. There's three of these guys. Just very minor spoilers. This is just one of the competitors. So again, if this is not telling you that you should really watch an anime about baking bread, I don't know what is. Yakuza Japan, guys. Enjoy. He looks like he's going to cook something good. He is. He's going to make some bread. That's exactly how you dress when you bake. Good. You see your programming outfit? Good thing you don't live stream. Look, there's nothing wrong with being comfy, okay? Nothing wrong with being comfy. Comfy is good. Okay? Comfy is good. Do you think I would be here like this if I wasn't streaming right now? No. I probably wouldn't even be wearing pants. But I'm wearing pants, or at least as far as you know. To modify the amount of units, and then we need to update the amount of units we have. Well, I guess I don't have that displayed anywhere yet. Yeah, I'm wearing pants right now. As far as you know. Ah! Why do I still see that gray bar? Ah, okay. I see. We're going to add some things here. Okay, we're going to clean that. I can no longer buy this because I don't have the currency, which is good. But there's some bugs. There's some bugs. Okay. I need to go to the cart. Why is there no option to close tabs to the left? Why is there only an option to close tabs to the right? Hercules' pants are called Mighty Whiteys? Wait, what? Wait, what? Where did this come from? How do you know that? Based on what? And don't tell me ChatGPT. Hearing you read that out loud as you dying. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this here. I just searched Hercules' pants name just for shits and giggles. I'm like, maybe there is a name to this. I just didn't think about it. It's like, did you mean Hercules' parents named Hercules' parents' names? Not the problem here. It has some pants here. People also ask, what is another name for harem pants? I'm sorry. What does a harem have to do with Hercules? Did Hercules have a harem? What? Why is this related to Hercules' pants? Why are we... I mean, I don't know. Names have changed over years. I don't know, Guts. I know about that. Yeah, it's not a good thing to say. I mean, it's not like an insult or anything. It's just what it was called. Have a good one for Axis. Thanks, stopping by. Have a good night. The hell even is a harem? Look, I don't know, and I don't want to know. I don't know what harem pants are. I have no clue. Is the problem that it goes here? You know what? I probably need to just make a new function and just tell it to just turn off when we do this. After this, I just need to turn it off. I have the card reference. I can call the function. Yeah, we'll probably do. Okay, there's still a little bit to do, but you know, we do have now. We can add, when we unlock cards, we do get the proper thing, and we no longer can purchase them because we don't have the current blood amount anymore. We need to add, of course, the amount of blood you have to the top or something. We just have like a place where we can see like all of our stuff. I'll probably grab the same thing that we have from the collection. And see, this unstackable says correctly. Why was the other one like saying it multiple times? Oh, I see what's going on. It's running this command to add the things over and over and over, and appending to the last time. It doesn't clear it at the beginning. I see what's going on. Hold on, can we fix that real quick? Where would that be? Wait, this is not the right place. Here. Sick card info. Add keywords to bottom. There's the function. I set the text. If it's unstackable, it's just. Wait. It's literally. I'm not adding to it. If it is unstackable, it sets the variable to be this. And then it sets the text to be that. I'm not appending anything. What? How am I getting multiple? I'm not appending anything. Hold on, your horses. Okay. It's printing correctly, and then we come here. We have 1. And now we have multiple. What? How? How is it appending? How? Oh, it's append. This is an append. It's right here. Set. Let's do this. Found it. Problem was between the keyboard and the chair, as we'd expect. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now why? Oh, okay. I know how to check this. We only want to do this because it's running this multiple times every time it regenerates. We only want to do this if this is Can I search for just is empty? Yeah. So you want to check if it is not empty. Oh, sorry, if it is empty. If it is empty, then do this, because then it'll generate all the stuff. Right? So now if we come here, okay, we have it says once. Okay. God damn it. Why? Now why? It's not empty. Well, it is empty because wait. No, hold on a second. What? I said it to be empty. What? Oh, is it setting? I think I know why. It's because here I'm doing an add. It's adding the keyword multiple times instead of adding unique. Unstackable. There you go. The problem was I was just adding the damn thing multiple times. Problem solved. Huzzah. I probably don't need this anymore. Just confirm. Unstackable. Okay, I still need that one. Still need that one. That makes sense. Okay, well, there we go. We fixed some stuff. Yeah. Okay, guys. We're gonna call it here for the night. We'll continue setting it up tomorrow. Setting up the shop. We're almost done with it, so theoretically we should be able to finish up by the end of the week, which is the hope, and add the room as an option to be navigated. So looking forward to that. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys had fun. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific as always, and hope to see you guys then. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.